All right, good evening, everyone. This is Model Railroading on a Budget Part 20. And I've run into an issue tonight. I've discovered that just about everything on the layout is perfect except for the track. And that's a big problem. I tore, as I commented, I think it was 2 videos ago, or maybe it was last video, about leveling up the extension here on the end. I've done that. And the other thing I've started to do is take out this road that was in here. That was sort of embarrassing, actually. So I've taken that out. You can see the blue foam, which is you can see here on the edge of the table. That's what I had laid on top of my plywood. So I'm down to the foam. My plan is to use Smooth It this time and actually put a road in over there, which I think I've talked about that before. I've got an issue here with the track. I don't know if I can get close enough. I'm using my cell phone tonight, so it's I think it's a little bit clearer. But you can see there's a gap in the rail right there, and if I run trains, what would be counterclockwise, as you're looking at the track here, it would be right to left around the circle. They run fine. If I try to run them in a clockwise direction, as you can see, the Rio Grande is facing clockwise. When it comes to this part of the rail, sometimes the engine will make it all right, but a lot of times the cars derail. So I'm going to have to fix that. There is a small 3-inch piece of sectional track in there, and I think I'm going to have to remove that and probably replace from here around to right here. I don't know if that's showing up very well, but there's a joint right there. That's a 9-inch piece and a 3-inch piece of sectional. I'm going to have to replace that with flex track. It's just all there is to it. Over here in the intermodal yard, one thing I just got here, you can see these cars with the 40-foot trailers on them. Those are, I don't know, I've heard them referred to as impact cars, spine cars, whatever you want to call them. But these are all those trailers that I picked up at the hobby show. I think I told you about that 3 or 4 videos ago, where all these trailers, and there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 of them here, and I've got 12 more in the box in there that I got for $20. So I wanted to get some cars to run those on, and I really like the way that looks. So anyway, enough about that. So I'm in the process of tearing out the roadway here. I know I'm going to have to repair that section of track. I may also have to do something here with this curve as it comes into the intermodal yard. I was able, it's actually better than it was. Since I've taken that roadway out of there, I think it's going to be vastly improved. Some of the longer cars, as they swung to the inside here, were actually hitting on the top of the road there, and it was causing them to lift off the track and derail. So I've taken that out. I was able to back the spine cars the whole way up the siding here. So that was pretty good. I was happy with that. And these other cars, cars that you see in here, I backed those on there as well. So, working pretty well there. You can see here what I'm talking about, how close these are. And it's actually the 2 inside tracks that are too close. I'm just going to set this one boxcar in here, but that's approximately on the track. You can see how close that is there on the right side. So I think I'm going to have to change this whole thing. I may end up just completely removing the intermodal yard and redoing it. I've got all these trailer on flat car things, rolling stock that I have the spine cars here, I've got the well cars. I'm pretty well committed to intermodal, so I want to make sure that works well. I've also got the MyJack crane to put in here yet as well. So just want to give you a short update. Trying to get this roadway out. I don't have any Smooth It, so I'm going to have to buy some of that. But I thought while I had some spare time this evening, I would take that out. I think there's another piece right in here. This brown section and this brown section. I'm going to take those out as well. And what I've been doing is just taking this this chisel and pressing down through, kind of perforating the edge here, and actually perforating the plaster cloth that's underneath here, and then just pulling that whole section out. So you can see probably the grooves in there where I've run the chisel down the side to get those out. So obviously before I put the road in, I think I also mentioned about taking the crossing out down there. So I'm going to remove that, and I think that's going to help my issue down here at the farm implement building. You can see where that loading dock is lifted up, and I believe that's because the crossing there has, I tried to bring the road up over the edge of the crossing, and what I've done is I've caused a hump further down the line that I'm going to have to remove. So, kind of it's dominoes here. One thing leads to another. Another issue I'm having with is with the entire layout being level. As I said, many of you know this obviously, I'm in the garage here, and the layout is on casters, so I can move it out from its resting place over here in the corner, and I can roll it out here in the middle of the garage, and I can work on it, all three sides, all four sides. The problem with that is obviously garage floors aren't level. They're made to drain so that the water runs out the door, and I think that's compounding my issue here with my track. Not only is the track uneven, but the layout's probably not level in total, and that's causing some trouble. So I think what I'm going to do is, since I have no Smooth It, is I'm going to work on the next few nights here this week trying to get the track working. There's no point in putting down any more scenery, obviously, until the track is completely perfect. I went long ways here getting this extension leveled up, so I'm happy with that. The reason those trailers look bad, but the reason they're like that is, as I was chiseling down there to get the road out, the table is moving quite a bit, and I've kind of knocked those things off balance there. But so they're not like that, when the trains are running, obviously. But anyway, just wanted to give you a quick update. I mentioned, or I failed to mention, I guess one of my other big projects is to reballast the track. I didn't do a very good job the first time with that. I had never ballasted before, so that was kind of a mess, and I ended up having to take it all off. So I've seen some techniques on YouTube from other modelers, and what they'll do is the ballast will be the last thing that goes on. They'll scenic right up to the edge of the roadbed, and when the ballast goes in, it actually runs down and stops, obviously, when it hits the scenery, and that enables it to stay a little bit closer to the roadbed. So I think that's the technique I'm going to use. If any of you guys out there have had better success with other techniques, please let me know. I'm eager to hear all of your comments. The train station is placed. It's not permanent right now. You may have noticed in other videos I had both of the loading platforms, or the passenger platforms, on this end here, and I've moved one to either end. That way it's going to let me come across both of these tracks, and I'll have room for a parking lot in here. And also I need access to get to this loading dock for this building here, like trucks are really going to drive through there. But anyway, it's got to look like they can drive through there. So that's my plan there. One other thing, this is way down the road, but you can see right over there where that street comes to an abrupt end on the little embankment. what I think I'm going to do is try and build a bridge to come up there and bridge the warehouse area, and then either maybe cut off on a 45 or a 30-degree angle up this direction. I've got these silos just sitting out of my way. They actually are going to be back down here, but you know, kind of come up here with a bridge crossing these tracks, and you know, maybe bring it on a curve and off the side here. You know, so big plans. Haven't really decided for sure that's what I'm going to do. My other option would be to just build another access down into the warehouse area here. So I may do that. Excuse me. One thing I was working on, I think I told you last week, was this kind of parking pad here off the end of my warehouse area. And that material in there is actually slate from my porch that kind of flaked off. It's about 1/8 of an inch thick. It's probably about 4 inches square. And it was in 3 separate pieces, and now it's in 4 separate pieces. But I like the way that looks. I mean, it looks like concrete where somebody has parked trailers on there that maybe were a bit too heavy, or maybe it didn't have a good enough foundation. But I like the looks of that. And you know, those 20-foot, the old Tyco style trailers, you know, that you remember, the old Santa Fe piggyback cars. 2 of those trailers will fit on there just perfectly. I have put a concrete abutment on the back side of that. So, you know, that's looking pretty good. What else? I don't know. I think that's about it. So anyway, I'm going to clean up here, try and get most of the stuff vacuumed up off the layout. I'm going to pack these cars away, everything over here, so nothing gets broken, nothing falls off. And I'm going to start working on the tracks. So it may be a day or two, maybe a week before I post again. But as always, your comments are welcome, and I appreciate all the comments and advice that people have given me. You know, I've been modeling probably since, gosh, I don't know, the age of 12 or 13. But I never had a layout with scenery before. All I had, you know, the old 4x8 sheet of plywood with the oval on it. You know, everybody's had that with a side track. I had one big layout that, oh gosh, I don't know, it's been 25 years ago now. It was 3 4 by 6 foot tables joined together in an L shape. So the back of the L was 12 feet long, and then the bottom of the L was 10 feet. And I had a pretty adventurous layout there. It had 2 or 3 levels on it. It was double tracked, continuous loop. And this was back in the days of before DCC. And I could run anywhere between 6 and 8 trains at once, depending upon the length of the train, obviously. And I had it all divided into blocks with rheostats on it. And it was pretty cool. And I wish I had kept that that layout, because of course I'd have no place to put it, but I wish I'd kept it and then built upon it, because I think it could have been pretty cool. But anyway, I guess that's about it for now. I'm going to sign off tonight, go see if I can actually get this video off my cell phone. So I will do that, and please comment. Advice is welcome, and so maybe by the next time I post, things will look different. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you later. Okay, bye. So I had to say one more thing here. I got me my engineer stool tonight. This is pretty cool. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's on a hydraulic lift. I don't know what that is. Probably 40 inches off the ground, maybe. Right there. So that's going to be pretty cool for the grandkids. Pretty cool for Grandpa as well. When I finally get this thing running, I can sit and I can just watch. And I can watch in comfort. So anyway, I don't want to do that. That would really mess YouTube up. That's my new toy for tonight. Got a birthday coming up, and that was my birthday gift for my wife. So anyway, okay, that's it. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.